Hey everyone, it's that time again. Firehouse's Mentor Monday, episode 5. This week we're talking about my good buddy Mark Campese and what he told me years ago sitting on the bumper at Firehouse 5. Mark told me, enjoy where you are and be good at it. So the way the story goes is we were sitting there on the bumper of Engine 5. He was riding BC. I was working overtime as a lieutenant. And he came over to chit chat and just have some bumper talk. And I asked Mark, I said, hey man, I said, you promoted to battalion chief. Don't you miss riding the rig? Don't you miss being on the streets? Like, why promote if you still have that passion to be on the streets? And Mark told me, well, Jacob, I learned something a long time ago, and I'm going to tell it to you now, is enjoy where you are and be good at it. And I said, okay. I said, well, I am enjoying it, and I thought you were enjoying it. And, I think you're a good firefighter. I hope I am, and I hope that people see me as that. And I don't understand what you're truly talking about. And he goes, let me break it down for you. He said, on this job and in today's service, we have so many fire departments that are popping up and going paid and transitioning from volunteer or part-time or duty crew fire departments over to career. And people are jumping and they're skipping and they're just wanting that next rank. And he said, you want to stop and take the time to enjoy where you are. Enjoy the fire department you work for. Enjoy the firehouse you're assigned to. Enjoy the shift you're assigned to. Enjoy the job for what it's meant to be. He said, Jacob, we're going to do this job for 30, 35 years. We're going to live twice that. So he said, you have a very small fraction of your life to be a firefighter and to be good at it. He said, so if you're always worried about the future, if you're always worried about taking that next step, if you're always worried about taking the next jump to the next rank, he said, you're never going to enjoy the moment. You're never going to enjoy where you are. You're never going to enjoy making those runs and making those memories and having those moments in the firehouse that make impacts in people's lives. And he said, and then you'll never be good at it. Because if the only thing you're doing is studying and learning and testing and wanting to jump over, when do you have time to sit back and honing your skills? When do you have time to sit back and look at yourself and evaluate yourself and say, I'm really not good at this aspect of the job and I need to get better? When do you have time to look to the future and say, here's what I need to do today to prepare for the future in 2 years? So he said, what I challenge you to do is when you feel like you're getting comfortable, 2-3 years in your rank, I promise you, you will have a day where it all falls apart and you have no idea how to handle it. And those are the days that are supposed to keep you humble and supposed to bring you right back to where you are right now as a company officer, as a BC, or whatever rank you are, and remind you to enjoy this rank, enjoy this time, spend the time becoming good at your job. So that way, as you move up, you have the knowledge, skills, and ability to be successful. And each rank, you can enjoy where you are. So, that really resonates with me. I've tried to live that motto every day since. And I've tried to be really good at my job and enjoy where I'm at. So for that, I appreciate Mark, one of my best friends, for giving me that advice. And for helping so many firefighters here in the city of Pearland. Next week, we're going to talk about something I was told at Sci Fair. The person who told me, that's a secret. But what he told me is, if you prepare like junk, you're going to perform like junk. So that one ought to be a good one. And I look forward to coming back next week. But until then, as always, train hard, stay smart, and love the job. See you next week.